as their Redskins get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They go play action now. Haskins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Haskins will throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Miller with a first down and more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey,
now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he won't get back to the line of scrimmage this time either as they stop him behind the line once more. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Here's a screen to Powell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Watson with a give to Miller. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis, 55 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 43. 31 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From midfield now, Haskins. And he's going to go down again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On 2nd and goal. Haskins looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
It's 4th and goal.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Geis with the carry on second down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's third down and 12.
On third down, Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Whitney merciless, barreling in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got time. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, And he goes down. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
I'm going to come back to you.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Looking to throw on second down. Haskins flushed out right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Switch.
Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to switch.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Haskins. forced out to his left. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 97 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 12, Watson, blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Watson being chased out. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Landon Collins. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 1st down, it's Peterson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Haskins. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson there to make the grab. And the Redskins capitalize on it. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Haskins to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins completes it to Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to leave.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. This is intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Into the Redskins. Have it they do. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
Check right. Washington 5. Yo. Check 50.
Haskins going to try to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Haskins, third and long. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Check.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15... mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. Now it's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game.